Day 9. Rescue. Wolf had a bubble kit. He and Beef were blowing bubbles. "Wow, these bubbles are huge," said Beef. Suddenly the magic key began to glow. "The key is glowing," said Wolf. "Where will the magic take us in this time?" The magic took them to a flat rocky place. There were no trees, and all around them were high mountains. "There is nothing here," said Wolf. "Why has the magic key brought us here?" "I don't know," said Biff. Suddenly they heard the sound of an airplane. They both looked up. Wolf pointed. "There is a plane," she called. "I think it's trying to land." "It's an odd place to land the plane," said Biff. "I hope it can make it." The airplane flew round the course. It came in very low, then it touched down. The plane stuck on the round ground. It bumped on the rocks and stones. Wolf held his breath. "I think it's going to crash," she said. Then one of the wheels hit a boulder. There was a crash as the wheel was torn off. The plane surged around the spot. One of the wheels had been in the way. Biff and Wolf ran up to the plane. "I hope that the pilot isn't hurt," gasped Biff. The pilot climbed out of the wrecked plane. She looked at the torn off wheel and broken wing. Biff and Wolf ran up. The pilot took off her goggles and looked at them. "I've had better landings," she said. "I know you," said Biff. It was Princess Aisha. Biff and Wolf had met her before in another adventure. "Goodness," said Aisha, "it's you again. Why have you crashed?" asked Biff. "I don't mean to," said Aisha. "My sister Lisa has been kidnapped. I've come to rescue her." "Will you help me?" asked Aisha. "There's no time to waste. We have to find my sister and get her away safely." "But how will we do that? You don't have a plane now," asked Biff. "I'll think of something," said Aisha. They set off. They came to a steep rocky place. Aisha climbed up. Next she had Biff. Then she let down the rope to Wolf. "Now it's your turn, Wolf. Tie the rope on, but keep it slowly. This is scary," said Wolf as they climbed up. At last they came to a forest high in the cliff. It had rocky walls and heavy doors. "That were very nice," said Aisha. But how will you get there if? But how will you get her out there?" asked Biff. "I will think of something," said Aisha, "but keep out of sight." Aisha pulled her hands together. She blew into them and made a noise like a bird. Then they saw someone wave from the window. "There she is," cried Aisha. "She'd hurt me, but you can climb up there," said Wolf. "No, she'll have to climb down," said Aisha. Aisha told Biff and Wolf to keep a lookout. She tried to throw the rope to Lisa. At first she couldn't throw it high enough. She tried again and again. At last Lisa managed to grab the rope. Biff and Wolf were keeping a lookout. They heard shouting. "Someone's coming," hissed Wolf. "What shall we do?" "Try and stop them," said Aisha. "But how?" asked Biff. "You will think of something," said Aisha. Wolf did think of something. He had an idea. He remembered the bubble kit and began to blow bubbles. Bubbles drifted towards the man. They had never seen such big bubbles before. They shot after them and tried to pop them. Aisha dropped to the ground. "Well done," said Aisha. Both blew one more string of bubbles. "Now run," he says. He ran quickly. "See, I knew you'd think of something," said Aisha. At first they thought they'd go away. Then Wolf looked back. The men were chasing them. They saw a lorry. "I'll try to start it," said Aisha. "You stop the man." "How do we do that?" yelled Biff. "You will think of something," said Aisha. There was a pile of tires in the lorry. They gave Biff an idea. Roll this tire onto the road, she shouted. They ran towards down the neck and flew towards the man. That will stop them, shouted Lisa. Lisa started the lorry. Aisha started the lorry. Hold on tight, she shouted. Biff, Wolf, and Lisa cheered as they ran away down the dock. Hooray, we made it, laughed Aisha. That was great. The road was very steep and narrow. The lorry just tipped over rocks and loads of stones. Hang on, yelled Aisha. Watch out, shouted Lisa. We don't want to end up in the river. Suddenly the road started to slip away. It was starting to get lower. Look out, shouted Lisa. There is a landslide. The road slipped down the hill. Aisha tried to stop the lorry, but it was too late. The lorry began to slide down the gorge. It went faster and faster, cutting over rocks and traces off through the bushes. Oh no, cried Wolf. We're heading straight to the river. Hang on, shouted Lisa. The lorry stopped on the edge of the river. It felt in the high river rocky bank. Phew, said Lisa. That was close. Now what are we going to do? Asked Biff. I don't know, said Lisa, but we'll think of something. Biff and Lisa looked back the road. In the edge, they saw a man coming. We better think of something quickly, said Lisa. Those men will be here soon. We have to get away from them, said Aisha. We can't let them catch us. Wolf found some needle tubes in the back of the lorry. He had an idea. We can float down the river in these tubes, he said. We just have to blow them up. Aisha looked in the back of the lorry and found the tube. He began to insert the tubes. She popped the last one just in time. The children each sat down on one of the tubes, and Aisha pushed them out of the river. She jumped onto the last tube just as the man climbed down the river. Ha! Too late, she shouted. The four of them flew down the edge of the river tube. They moved quickly down the fast-flowing river. They passed through the gorge. They had tall, steep hills. Then the gorge grew lower. The river began to flow faster. In the end, they could see a white water. This is scary, called Biff. I can see a white water ahead. What if it's a waterfall? Don't worry, called Aisha. We'll think of something. The water reached around towards the gorge. The tubes back bumped through the water as they went faster and faster. Hang on tightly, yelled Aisha. It won't last long. I'm getting wet, said Wolf. At least there isn't a waterfall, said Biff. At last they found the cave water. Wow, that was exciting, said Lisa. Biff looked down the river. She saw a boat coming towards them. Oh, help, she said. It looks like those men again. Now what are we going to do? Aisha laughed. We're back safely in my kingdom now, said Aisha. These are my people. She shook everyone's hand. I bet not many people arrive here in a needle tube, laughed Wolf. The men said they would take Aisha and Lisa home to their palace. The key is glowing. It's time to go, said Biff. We won't be able to ride on a camel. Goodbye. Thank you for helping, said Aisha. Goodbye, called Wolf. That was an exciting adventure, said Biff. I like Princess Aisha. She was fun. Biff came to Biff's room. Shall we go and play? She asked. What shall we play? Asked Biff. We will think of something, grinned Wolf. The end.